Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Call Alfred Naro.
Mr. Speaker, I stand here today unashamed. Instead, what I do, Mr. Speaker, I stand here to take the call on this bill and to talk about, first of all, the purpose and the principles. Mr. Speaker, the purpose of the Social Security Act of 1964 is to help people to support themselves and their dependents. The principles, 1B of the clause, says this: work in paid employment offers the best opportunity for people to achieve social and economic well-being. Mr. Speaker, there's been a lot of talk and rhetoric about the young people that are going overseas to the GC, the Gold Coast. But what we don't talk about is the GFC, which is the global financial crisis. That's some of the reality, but somehow we forget about those things. Mr. Speaker, this bill addresses purpose and principle. That's what's important. What it does, it helps people to find work who are not currently appropriate in their outcomes, and they should be assisted to plan for work for their futures. That's what this bill is doing, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, very simply, what we're doing here, but very significantly, is changing a brand in order to change a focus. There's something about a name, Mr. Speaker, to give focus and direction. This bill amends the Social Security Act of 1964. It doesn't change its purpose, neither does it change its principle, but instead it wants to transform a system that needs to be changed, because we are seeing many of our people being trapped in this system as well, and we are known. Mr. Speaker, this system is like a good Clint Eastwood Western. It has the good, the bad and the ugly. So when we talk about the sanctions, when we talk about those that are inside that system, it's the ugly side of the system that has been recognised on the other side of people who are taking the system and taking it for a ride. When we talk about the bad about the system, Mr. Speaker, it's the parts of the system which have enabled and entrapped a lot of our people in this system as well. So what are we doing? We're rebadging to calling it job seeker support. That way we'll have work expectations that are set depending on their capacity. We are not benefit bashing, but instead we're giving them a sense of hope and opportunity. Sole Parent Support is another new brand with a focus for sole parents with children under 14 years. So from October this year, sole parents are expected to be available for part-time work, and again, only if available in the circumstances that are there. Supported living payment, the ability to participate in society, is very important. This was branded. This was given by the disability sector themselves. They wanted to brand it this: supported living payment. Their sense is that they want to be active contributors to our community as well, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, in the Solutions to Child Poverty in New Zealand, the report that was brought out, and the issues and options paper for consultation, this is what is simply said, Mr. Speaker. One of the range of areas that are absolutely important to addressing poverty, and we're not just talking about child poverty, we're talking about family poverty, is the opportunities for work and employment, to increase household incomes. That is the focus of this bill. We are supportive of them. We are thankful to the Minister who's put forward a vision and a hope for our people and in our community. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I commend this bill.
I understand the next call is a split call. I'll ring the bell at 4 minutes. Henry Galloway.
Mr. Speaker, that contribution from Alfred Naro absolutely sums up